Okay, everybody, this is episode 5 of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And man, I have jerry rigged some hobnobbery to get the game audio and Fifth's audio together at the same time. And when I tell you, like, you can hear that, you hear that, like that annoying hum.
Oh,
What, did something go? What happened?
no, I was just talking about the hum.
Yeah, it's a ugh. When you watch the episode back, you'll totally understand. Like, and it seems like to go in and go out. Is that smoke? Yeah, that says big smoke. Have a little smoke on smoke.
Fair enough. Oh Lord. So, given that we're both playing, we're not gonna talk a lot because
Yeah.
that's not what this is about.
So the Elgato, like no, like when he gets not sick, and if we shoot, and if we finally decide to play when we're not tired, like we'll probably just record. Like here's the thing, we have two options because the Elgato doesn't give you a lot of options. The two options are this: I can either have him call me on Skype or Discord, which he didn't want to do at the moment. So much for that.
Yeah.
Or I can do this. And this is... So here's what it is. Like, if you've seen the way the chat link cable works, you don't have to use the chat link cable. There's some, like, fuckery that you can menagerie together. But the way I have this set up is I have the chat link cable. And I plug the chat link cable up normally. But instead of just plugging it directly into the Elgato, I plugged the headphone splitter into the Elgato, ran an auxiliary cord from the Switch. So I don't know if anybody knows this, but the Switch can be in dock mode, and you can the Switch can be in dock mode, and you can still use headphones. So like if you wanted to run like an extra long auxiliary cord to something like I'm using the Afterglows like PD something or other. I forgot. You can use you can use those, and you can still hear the gameplay. I guess I'll switch up. You'll still be able to hear the gameplay. So I ran that into the one side of the or one side of the what would you call it? Into one side of the headphone splitter, and I ran the chat link cable into the other side of the headphone splitter, and it works. But I guess because like there's power weird like different how would you put it, like I looked up some stuff and it said that it had to do with voltage. Like when there's different currents of voltage running through this shit, it causes that. And so yeah, it works, but there's an electrical hum. Like the weird thing is I had the same problem when I was recording with the my HD Easy Capture, which is some like bullshit, which is the bullshit capture card I used to record games outside of the PS4 before. And like I think I think you remember when I was recording God of War, was it Ascension? No, it wasn't Ascension. It was Chains of Olympus.
Yeah.
That I was complaining about. I complained about there being like this weird hum, and like there was like nothing I could do about, like there was nothing I could do to stop that. Like it just didn't want to fucking not be there. I did. I would have labeled your motherfucking ass. Wrong direction, my guy. Who did what to who?
I don't really know if I'm being honest.
I don't know how to do, like, he has like 2 specials that he can do. When he has like the go thing popping, but I don't know how to do them. Like, you can tell that the connection has gotten way better since like the last time me and you played. Yeah,
It was absolute garbage last night.
it was. Oh,
It was a fucking like a frame show. Light show, that's what I'm looking at.
Close to the same thing. That's it. You got it. Congratulations, champ. Oh, it's. I feel like that's the thing. Like, if we keep talking over it, like we don't really have to worry about
It doesn't
them
really
hearing.
look like Robin. It looks like Deadpool
No.
with Robin's head.
And like, well, like I do enjoy the fact that like Resident Evil is stuck on a screen where nothing's happening. Because otherwise you'd hear like all kind of bullshit noise in the background, on top of the crappy ass humming noise. It's weird. Like, I know now, it shows you your me gunner, but it just shows me as me gunner. What the fuck was that? Like, okay, that's whatever. I ain't mad at it, but I am surprised by it. It's like, by all means, oh, that's not me. That's not you. That's me.
Jesus.
That was unfair, but I ain't mad at it. Jeez, the floatiness is my second favorite. I rolled into it. Speaking of rolling into things, fucking Mike Tyson's Mysteries is a real show on planet Earth, and it's really Mike Tyson playing it's. Have you seen any of it?
I mean, Alan watched it, so I saw a little bit of it.
It's batshit insane.
Yeah.
Like, when I tell you it's nuts, it's fucking nuts. That's fair, honestly. I went out of my way to get it, and I paid for my hubris.
I mean, you got me.
Oh my gosh, that worked. I earned it. I ain't gonna pretend like I didn't.
You tricked me.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Like when I say it's perfect, that move lasts longer than the dodge. Good stuff. That's it. No, it's not it. Oh. Got him.
Oh. Yep. That was good.
Woo. It was. that was fucking fun as shit. It's worked. It works for us because we're about evenly matched. And I do not play with Meat Gunner. I only picked him just to fucking play with your Saiyans. That's the only reason I picked him. Fucking hell. That was great. You know, it's why. Oh my lord. Can I talk to you real quick? As a friend and family member?
I guess.
Did you see the Power Rangers Battle for the Grid rant I posted the other day?
Yeah, I did.
My dude. So, cause we got one more match in us before we hit the 15-minute mark. All right, yo. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid had another update the other day, which I'm always surprised whenever the game has a motherfucking update. So check this out. It added another it added more characters. It added 2 more characters. It added, who did it add? It added a dog. It added the doggy dude from SPD. Power Rangers SPD. It added him. It added who else did it add? Because we already had the Green Ranger. It added him and some bad guy named Daishi, who I don't know about. I don't know who the hell he is.
Didn't you say they added the White Ranger?
That's the thing. They didn't add him as a character. They added him as a skin for Tommy. Damn it. Yeah, they added the White Ranger as a skin for Tommy, and somebody who should have been something that should have been in the game already. So he didn't get his own moveset or anything. Everything he does is stuff that the Green Ranger already does. So he doesn't have his own special moves. That I know of. I didn't play with the motherfucker because I had to pay for him. And it ain't a matter of oh yeah, they fucking added new characters. They are adding new characters for the entire price of the game. They are adding new characters into that game. The season passes, wow, that had reach on it. They're adding new characters for $15 a piece. So if you paid for that game full price, like I did, I paid $15 for it because it was $15. Whatever.
You thought, why not?
Yeah, I thought it would have more to it than it did. So I remember when I started playing it, I was like, oh yeah, this wasn't worth $15. But I was like, whatever. And so like right now, with that being said, to have all the characters, like there's a reason there's a reason I brought him up. I brought this up. The reason I brought this up is because like I'm playing with. Oof. Oh, you had me. I didn't know. Woo! What? So, for $45, you get this game. I don't know how many characters they added. Like in total, I don't know how many
I think it's
characters.
9 so far.
Huh?
I think it's 9
they've only added 6. They've
Oh,
only
have they?
added 6 characters into the game. Because they gave you, well, technically they gave you 9, because you got 3 with a free update. Because you got
Yeah, that's what I
Trini,
meant.
yeah. They already had added Lord Zed, and like I don't think they added anybody I wanted, but I did want to play as Tommy. Like I wanted to play as the White Tiger. Like I did. Like he's my favorite Power Ranger. But the idea that that just isn't happening is garbage. Like it's not like you can't even piece it out. Like you can't buy like characters individually. You have to like buy the season pass. I don't think you can anyway. Like when I went to the store, they didn't have that as an option. That worked for you anyway. They didn't. Yeah. So I again like to $45 for that game. Ah, damn, that was good. Woo, it made your dick tickle a little bit. Fucking $45 for Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Fucking
My better
40.
question is, do you think it would have been better if they would have just entirely ported the whole loot box system from the online game?
Yes.
Like they had all the characters.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
That
But the
they,
problem with that is like even then, it was still like heavily microtransactioned. Like I personally feel like,
I mean, but you could technically unlock everybody for free. Just
technically speaking, yeah.
I don't know.
And like I wanted to point, like I pointed out in the rant, like that game does not offer any kind of in-game currency that you can pay for. You have to purchase the characters. Like there is no like win X number of matches to unlock this character. It's straight up like, hey, you have to. Only y'all are gonna hear PlayStation noises, and it's gonna be really confusing. Uh, like you have to play. You have to pay to get these characters. You have to pay to get them all. Like keep in mind, like they had like the Red Rangers. What was it? With the Green Rangers Gold Shield. Like they have him locked behind like a paywall if you didn't pre-order the game or you didn't buy like the deluxe package, like from day one. So like with this being said, like given that like the White Ranger is a skin of the Green Ranger, like that means that he's gonna hold Saba the same way the Green Ranger holds his Dragon Dagger. Like it just has to be because they can't. Again, it's gonna be confusing because you're gonna hear stuff. Because I'm turned. It just I have this jerry rigged. All right, yeah, I have this super jerry rigged. All right, the characters they added are nobody you give a fuck about. So all like okay, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to start with, and they've added 9. Technically, they've added 9 more. You get this Cenozoic Blue Ranger, like Udana, and the Dragon Armor Trini, who nobody understands what the fuck that is. The first update they gave us Trey of Triforce, the Gold Ranger. They gave fucking stop, dude. They gave us the Pink Time Force Ranger, and they gave us Lord Zed. The update gave us Anubis Kruger, aka Doggy, Eric Myers, aka the Crimson Time Force Ranger. Like he was the one who like piloted a dragon, like and this dude named Daishi, who looks like somebody out of like the original Dragon. Like I don't fucking know who these people are. And like you get the Tommy Oliver like MMPR white skin. Like that you that's it for $45. For $45. That's what you get. For $45. You get 18 characters. And the reason I brought this up is because looking at Smash, we paid $25 to get 5 characters. And if it was just 5 characters, like, yeah, we're stupid pieces of shit. But it's 5 characters, a stage, new, like a lot of new music, and technically new experiences. Because if you play the like the single player arcade mode or whatever the fuck you want to call it, like if you play like the event, like you play that mode, you get to like you get to play through that character's specific setup fights. Like I'm not trying to justify it, but like you do get like a few new me outfits. You get stuff with each character release. And they put a lot of work into each character. Like they're not clone characters. They're not echoes. They're individual characters, broken as all hell, but they are like individual characters. Like, yo, this is real. This is the world we live in. Like to like understand like 2K and EA right now are the most trash ass game development companies on the market. They are hot, garbagey doo-doo shit. Like
Activision is much better.
I mean, yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, those like the top 3. But these motherfuckers, and if I'm not mistaken, like the company that made this isn't like headed. I don't know. I don't know if it's headed by. I don't know if this is headed by Bandai. Like, I have no idea who like owns the company that released this, and we don't have time to look it up because I don't want to. This video is gonna be big enough as is. But yeah, like this, we're being like as gamers, we're being shot in the ass regularly. We're being shot in the dick, and no one fucking cares. Like they don't give a fuck about like what they put out and like what we're supposed to like buy as like as they just don't care. They don't give a fuck. They are 100. They 100% do not give a fuck.
Martin.
Yo, is it EA?
Just as a no, I'm not. I'm not that far into it. It's Inway Inc.
Yeah, I know that Inway is like the company that. I was wondering like who owns them though.
That's a good question, but
for them to have the balls to
microtransaction. When I searched for this,
yeah,
it has a 9 out of 10 on Steam and 93% of
user rating on Google. Mind you, that's the number of people who looked it up and decided to rate it. Yeah, if the only people who like it, only the people who like the game are looking it up and reviewing it, then it's gonna have good reviews. But I feel like the people who bought it aren't people who play. I know like people hate to hear the phrase like, "Oh, you're not a gamer," but that's what it is. Like the people who bought that game and like it aren't gamers. Like this is not their realm. They're just like, "Oh man, cool, a little Power Ranger fighting game." They're not fighting. They don't play fighting games for real. They don't like. They just don't. This game is garbage. Like it doesn't have like a super duper. It has like I can guarantee you like I promise you like the Gold Ranger is broken. Like I fought somebody online and the Gold Ranger has infinite corner combo. Like it has an infinite corner combo. Like straight the fuck up. And like I don't know if they've patched it out yet or if they plan to patch it out, but you can't. But they it is what it is. Like dude. Like you technically get 3 characters in a skin. Oh, and they added a new Zord that you can call in. Like you fucking care. Like who cares? Like who gives a true shit that you like? Oh, they added a new Zord. Like you don't get to play as the Zord. Like you do not get to play as the Zord. You don't get to look at the Zord. So, you get to call.
They worked on the people who like in this company have worked on Lemmings, Grand Theft Auto, Diablo 2, and Lineage 2. They are based in San Francisco, California, and Seoul, Korea.
Yeah, we're fucking done. Like that's it. I'm sorry to have wasted your time with this like just this poop screen, but until like there's most likely going to be more Smash Bros to come like in the future. Like I can't tell you what it's going to sound like because like the 3 options we have are hum, his audio is crap, and podcast. where you don't hear the game at all. You just hear us talking. It'll be clear as hell, but you'll just hear us talking. You won't hear anything else. But anyway, until next time, guys, we're out of here. Peace.